Hey, I'm Andy, sharing practical ideas for clean air, clear thinking, and realistic solutions to environmental illness. Happy Monday, first Monday of 2026. I am up here in Minnesota on my frozen patio that is sparking joy. I wanted to jump on and talk about something. I saw I'm not a big TikToker, I'm learning the platform, but John Nauman of Alpha Air posted a really great video, and I thought that is a great topic. I want to talk about that. And if I was more TikTok astute, I would have tagged him in this. And yeah, but he talked about what do you do if you can't remediate, if you're stuck in the situation. And this topic really resonated with me because, as an advocate and a personal sufferer, one thing that I really, really frown upon is people saying it's all or nothing. Oh gosh, you can't move, you can't remediate, you can't throw everything away and rebuild. Well, you're screwed, and good luck to you. That type of thinking left me feeling very hopeless and unfortunately put some really dark thoughts in my head. So I'm Andy, and I am a sufferer of Lyme disease, mold toxicity, SIRS. Oh, I've got a kitty out here on my frozen patio. And this area that I'm building this frozen patio, by the way, is where my career started. It wasn't until we were totally out of resources that we discovered that the culprit of my illness was environmental. So we are still in the home that made me very sick. It was very problematic, and I feel great today. So I'm here to tell you that there is hope to be had. And regardless of your situation, your resources, there is always something that you can do to move forward. So, John Nauman of Alpha Air, if you don't already follow him on all platforms. He is a very, very good man. And I just want to thank you for starting this conversation. So, let's talk about it. What do you do if you're stuck? Okay, there's a lot of things that we can do. First and foremost, I am a fan of keeping a clean environment. Minimize dust, minimize clutter, less surface area for dust to fall on, the better. So, really simplify your space. If you don't need to use it right now, put it in a plastic bin. And a plastic bin is much easier to clean than just a variety of items. Also, this is a great time to purge. Look at your items and think, does it bring me joy? Is it sentimental? Does it hold value? If it doesn't, get rid of it, because each and everything you own when you're navigating environmental illnesses has to be considered, cleaned, sometimes replaced. So if it doesn't hold value, whether it's sentimental or monetary, get rid of it. The other thing is, don't discount ventilation. When in doubt, ventilation. Oh, what is the saying? Dilution is the solution to pollution. Okay, I'm not talking of an easy fix here, but don't ever discount ventilation. So if you are in an environment that you can't control, open up the windows. My home here, I don't have an air exchanger yet because we're broke. Air exchanger is a mechanical ventilation apparatus, right? So bringing fresh air in. So I very routinely open windows whenever I can. I'm up in Minnesota, so my time is limited. So open windows when you can, when it won't compromise your air quality. Um, the other thing that I really want to talk about is sparking joy. And that is what I'm doing with this outside patio. My craziness in being out here in the cold and building this frozen patio behind me is really the reasons are many. So, first and foremost, I thrive when I can be outside and breathing fresh air. I'm in Minnesota. It's not always beautiful outside. Sometimes it gets really, really, really cold. So I'm making lemonade with lemons. So for me, I've been creating these frozen colorful bricks. And then what I do, let's see if I can turn this. I've got my chimney there. I'm about to start a fire. And then I sit in my beauteous state, and I sit by the fire and read a book. Also, what it does is it gets my body moving. I'm really active during the summer, foraging, um, just hiking, being outside, and that gets tough in the colder climates. And I'm in Minnesota, so the frozen patio is meant for me to move my body, get outside, and also spark joy. So a big part of dealing with mold toxicity is mental health related, and this is um, not woo ha ha science. The reason that mycotoxins affect our mental health is because they have the capacity to cross our blood brain barrier, and very specifically, they affect our limbic system. Now, our limbic system, this is really interesting. It's just a series of structures in our brain. Uh, um, Connected with sensory input. So essentially, what mycotoxins do is they leave us in a state of fight or flight. Now, let me ask you, if you are in your home and somebody's trying to kick down your door and hurt you, are you cleaning your house? Probably not. You're probably in defense mode and trying to save your life. So if you are in a place of fight or flight, you're not in a good place for healing, detoxing, regenerating. It's just not a good place to be. You're not working optimally. Okay. So when you are mold sick and you're experiencing neuroinflammation and just, toxic exposure, being in a state of fight or flight is not, it's not a good place to be. Is brain rewiring the solve all be all? Absolutely not. It is not a replacement for proper remediation. It's not a replacement for proper, detoxification, but it is really impactful. So, with that said, I'm always very cognizant of my nervous system. I like to do things that bring me joy and are just visually stimulating and beautiful. So, I love twinkly lights, as you can see. And so part of building this frozen patio is also sparking joy. I love to craft. My husband and I don't have a lot of resources. And if I'm being very candid, when we bought this house in 2017, and we bought it because my daughter contracted lead poisoning in our rental home, we thought, oh man, I hope we can pay the mortgage. Okay. Fast forward, let's see, 2017. Math is hard. God, we've been in this house. I'll be going on 9 years this year. We now have multiple mortgages, some with crazy interest rates, and we are very much upside down. And then right before Christmas, my husband got a wonderful work bonus of being laid off. Um, so now we are down to my income and very much upside down. I do not feel hopeless. We're going to survive. We're going to persist. But we have navigated this whole mold thing with very, very, very little resources. And I will tell you that I went from being bedbound and very unwell to I don't stop moving. I do so much in a day, and I feel amazing and wonderful. And I am still in the house that made me sick. Here's the point I want to get across. Healing is not a linear process, and you will not heal overnight. And that's okay. You will not heal your body and your family overnight. You will not heal your relationships overnight. And you will not heal your home overnight. Let's just say, for argument's sake, we had a ton of money. Say that that is one blessing that we had, that resources weren't an issue. I don't think we could have done it all. We didn't find all the mold all in one swoop. And that's why I always talk about the importance of having a variety of diagnostic tools and understanding the limitations of each tool that you use and the limitations of a non invasive inspection, and why forming a good relationship with an IEP is so important, because there's a time and place for digging further, just like your doctor, right? There's a time and a place for an MRI, there's a time and a place for exploratory surgery. There's a time and a place for more specified, expensive data points, and there's a time and a place for exploratory remediation. We did not heal our home overnight. We did not diagnose our home overnight, and my healing process has been anything but linear. But we have to be realistic. And there's some of us that just don't have a lot of dough. So that's why I'm here. I'm in Minnesota, and some people in Minnesota, they're dealing with these things that have more resources than me. Maybe they go to fancy doctors. Maybe they go to these great spas with these outdoor saunas and this cold water therapy and all of these special things. I don't have access to those things. So I'm making do with what I've got, and this is what I'm doing. So, John, thank you for bringing up this topic. Keep your home dust free and clean, clutter free, dust free. Open windows when you can. Get outside when you can. Also, keep your thoughts clean. That's important. Don't lose hope. Thanks for being here and thanks for listening. I'm going to go work on my patio.